If you have seen any of the first 4 episodes of The Search for Perch on the Norfolk Broads, you will be aware that my first 4 perch fishing sessions of the 2018-19 fishing season haven't quite gone to plan. The Broads weren't fishing their best and hadn't been all summer, but there must be other reasons why I couldn't latch onto the perch, and the only thing I could think of was the way I was drop shotting, i.e. I must be doing it wrong. Before getting out on the bank for the first time my Coram Snapper drop shot rod, I read and watched loads of online tutorials, so I didn't go out totally blind and had some idea what I needed to do, and that's how I went about my perch fishing for the first 4 sessions. Since I've been blanking, I've recently done a little more digging around the drop shotting technique, and it appears that I wasn't doing it correctly. Yep, I've royally messed it up, and what I was actually doing was a cross between jigging and drop shotting, which was never going to work. There doesn't appear to be any problems with my drop shot rigs, just the way I was fishing them. From the latest batch of online drop shotting tutorials, it appears that my first fundamental mistake was overcasting and chucking the lure too far out from the bank. During my initial research, I saw videos of anglers casting their drop shot rigs as far out as they could, i.e. right over to the other side of the river or canal, and this is what I did on my first drop shot fishing attempts. It now seems that this was wrong and that I shouldn't have been casting the lure any further out than 2 rod lengths from the bank. It seems that the further I cast and the more line there is, the more I have to move the rod to get the lure moving as it should, which moves the lead, which makes the line go slack, which means I won't feel any bites, although I've yet to feel those anyway, and this simply doesn't work. Fishing in close means there's a constant tight line between the rod tip and the lure, so I can feel everything that is going on. As well as casting out too far, it appears that I am working the lures incorrectly too, well, for part of the time at least. It seems I have to make sure the lead remains in place whilst gently moving the rod tip to get the lure working. What I was doing was moving the rod tip so the weight bounced along the riverbed, so it seems that I've been too heavy-handed and bullish with the rod. I also retrieved the lure, like you would when you're spinning or plugging, and bounced the drop shot lead along the riverbed, periodically stopping and just shaking the rod tip. It seems that this method is totally wrong and is a mixture of jigging and drop shotting. The bottom line is that I totally missed the boat with the drop shot technique and didn't fully appreciate what I needed to do, even though I followed what the first batch of drop shot fishing tutorials suggested to the letter. My first 4 drop shot fishing sessions of the 2018-19 season haven't been a total waste of time though. I mean, it did get me out in the countryside visiting fishing locations I've never been to before. All I can say is onwards and upwards.